Welcome back to another St. Peter's Newcomers Spotlight. Today, we're going to be introducing Peacock Nation to the women's basketball incoming freshman Giah Moore, coming to us from East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Giah, great to see you today.
Hi, James. Nice to see you too.
Giah, what have you been doing during this pandemic to improve your game, to work on your game?
In the beginning of the quarantine, I was forced to only run miles around my neighborhood or run in the treadmill. And I was also working out on this workout machine I have in my basement. But now that everything opened up, I'm attending basketball workouts like 5 times a week. And me and my brother, we go to the park to work on my shooting. And I also do strength and conditioning workouts at my local gym.
Well, we've gotten to know several of your fellow freshman classmates in these previous weeks on these newcomer spotlights. What has your relationship been like with your incoming class? Because I know that they've been coming from all over the country.
Yeah, well, I met most of them when we went to St. Peter's. You know, they're really cool. They're chill. But I feel like this season we're gonna get closer and, you know, we're going to play well together because we have a lot in common. So, yeah.
Well, you certainly distinguished yourself in your time playing at Menchville High School in Newport News, Virginia. One very interesting thing that I have read is that you played on a very young high school team with a lot of freshmen on the team. Is it going to be difficult to transition from where you were in your leadership role as a senior with a lot of younger players to now being the younger player?
No, because in the beginning when I was starting playing basketball, I was playing with older kids. I was never always the oldest one, but, you know, it was good for me to be the oldest one for my junior year and my senior year, you know, to show leadership and all that and have those qualities. But I'm excited to experience to be younger and, you know, get good advice from the older players that I'm going to be playing with.
You helped lead your team to a 21-3 record this past season. You are among the bigger players coming in the class, making most of your bones down low, and that's something that the Peacocks desperately need this season. What do you feel is the strength of your game?
I think I'm a versatile player, so I can do a lot. I can, you know, score in the post, drive in the paint. I can rebound, and I also hustle. So that's one of my biggest things. I can get steals, and I'm not afraid to dive on the floor to get the ball.
Well, you certainly sound like a Mark Mitchell type player. When you first met Coach Mitchell, what stood out to you?
His personality and his energy, because he's similar to coaches that I've had in the past. You know, he's loud. He's not afraid to get loud. He'll show you some tough love. And when I first met him at the summer camp, he was already coaching me and talking to me like I was already part of the team. So I was already on board.
Well, Coach Mitchell certainly loves to recruit players with a winning mentality. What was his recruiting pitch to you?
Well, first he said he needed bigs. That was the main thing. And, you know, I'm a big, so, and he said that he wants people that hustle and, you know, consider their team as a family and all that. And I have all those qualities.
Well, you talk about your game, you talk about the strengths of your game. Is there any particular professional player that you have modeled your game after, whether it be in the women's or the men's game?
The WNBA players that I usually look up to and try to model my game after is the obvious favorites, you know, Candace Parker, Skylar Diggins, Brianna Stewart, all of them. But I've been told that I play like Nafisa Collier that plays on the Minnesota Lynx. And I can see it because, you know, she's a great defensive player. She can score in the post. You know, she's pretty tall. She can get steals, and she can also shoot the three.
Well, you'll be very close to the city. What is your favorite New York City activity?
Just like walking in the streets, you know, especially at night. I love walking in the streets, you know, seeing all the lights and, you know, the people and all that. So
Well, I've been asking a lot of your fellow freshmen this question during the pandemic. They have taken up hobbies such as baking and the like. What are some of the hobbies and perhaps the new found interests that you have had during the pandemic?
Well, I haven't picked up a lot of hobbies, but I haven't been baking, but I've definitely been cooking a lot more. And I can say it's a lot more difficult and more exhausting to cook for more than one person other than yourself. But also, I just recently got my license, so I've been practicing my driving, if I can count as a hobby.
Well, I know now from experience that you were exactly right about the cooking part. Is there any specific food that you enjoy cooking and eating?
I mainly cook pasta because it's just quicker and easier, but I can cook burgers, salmon, all that, and salad. I really love making a salad.
Oh, pasta is absolutely the college student's lifeline. Giah, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you on the floor at the Yanatelli Center very soon.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.